Go on vacation to lose weight. What's up, guys? Marty here, and today I have the start of what's going to be called 101 Insider Weight Loss Secrets with Marty for the next 101 ish times I go live. So, I just got back from a super awesome vacation. I went on a cruise. I went on a gym boat, and it was a mastermind cruise. It was a purpose driven vacation, and I vowed that I was going to truly reconnect with what I do. And I had gotten so far away from helping people with their weight loss, helping people look good, feel amazing, perform like an elite athlete in everyday life and business. And I am back with this series, and I have so many stories to tell you guys, so many valuable lessons that came out of this trip, and so many other things. But one of the hidden benefits that happened to me was I lost a little bit of weight while I was gone on vacation, on a cruise, with unlimited food, unlimited choices of things to eat. If you go hungry on a cruise, I just got to tell you, you got a problem. So, and obviously, it's getting to be a little chilly up here in North Mississippi, close to Memphis, and now's not the time to really be losing weight for me. But I got some stuff for you, and this is for everyone who wants to lose weight, feel great, and get in shape. And here's what you need to know. Number one, whenever you go on a vacation, completely break the pattern of everything that you're connected to and completely disconnect. Because one thing that I learned is the better you get at resting, the better you're going to get at losing weight, because the part of this game is minimizing stress. And what I found is the more that you minimize stress, the easier you burn fat, the easier you put on muscle. So that's going to take a lot of work away from you when you just learn how to minimize stress. Catch up on your sleep, because sleep is the number one determining factor of how healthy you're actually going to be, which you want overall health. If you're healthy, the weight comes off. And take the opportunity to create the day you want, because, this pretty much means that you've completely broken the pattern. You've gotten away from all these things that held you back, and you're able to set up your day like you want it. So you make time for fun training whenever you want to. So tip number 2, you don't really need to keep tabs on yourself if you do this one thing, and that is just listen to your body. On the trip, over the last couple of years, you get used to eating almost exclusively healthy food, and I have a lot to say. I'm wearing my Dolce Diet hoodie right now because I got some things to say about these marketing strategies that are going on in the health and wellness industry, confusing the crap out of people on what real nutrition is. About to bust a lot of that and back old Mike up. So, but while you're out there, remember, you are on vacation, but don't judge yourself and don't judge anybody else. And you might be like, if you're one of those people who's like, look at her, she shouldn't have worn that, blah, 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 blah. Or, oh, look at him, he's had maybe one too many. It's like, just remember, every time you point the finger, you have 3 more fingers pointing back at you. And it took me a long time to understand what that meant, because there's one going this way and there's 3 actually pointing back at you right here. So, but really what I've learned is anytime I've looked outside of myself and I've actually made a comment about something negative, it's actually something that I disliked or feared about myself. And whenever I realized that, I was able to change a lot of things, including my body, very rapidly. So use that time, though, to focus on your purpose and why you do things, why you're actually trying to create and build this life. And don't forget to document the adventure, because there's a bunch of stuff I still haven't shared, and I'm sharing it slowly over time because everything has a story to it. So tip number 3 that I would say is don't miss the boat, because there's these things called excursions, and you go out and you're away from the ship. Sometimes it's a little bit of ways. There was one we went to that was like you had to get on a ferry and go across to another complete island, and then you had to walk down a pathway, and it was pretty treacherous. It was like one of those things that took a few people out There was, on the way down, there was a couple coming back, and we spent about 30, 45 minutes down at the beach and came back, and they were still there huffing and puffing, and pretty much the paramedics had already been called. And we did stop and say, hey, you need help? And they were like, no, we got it. Somebody's on the way. And it was just one of those things where you realize how important your health is. And I remember saying to myself as I walked by, it's like, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be, to let that happen to myself, because trust me, after gaining 100 pounds, there's a whole lot of trauma left over that you got to work through. But, sort of getting off subject here, sorry. You go through, like, we went through several different time zones, and then ship's time would stay and fluctuate and be the certain thing. And the only time that mattered is ship's time, because if you went out on these excursions and didn't make it back in time, the ship left, and being left in a foreign island that I had no idea how to get back home other than, like, that way is north, it's like, so the point is this, the big takeaway is this: you really don't want to miss the boat when it comes to your health, because just like I was talking about with that couple on the pathway who had let things happen and weren't able to make it back up, that was a scary situation. And there's a saying from one of my coaches and mentors, Myron Golden, and he says that wealth is measured in time. Well, so is health. It's like, how much time do you spend being healthy? And if you miss the boat on your health, you're actually cutting down your time that you're going to have in the end anyway. So you're not saving yourself any time or anything like that. So the big idea of this whole thing and how I came back about 5 pounds lighter, even though I ate a little bit off menu, maybe just a hair every once in a while, even though I imbibed in some beverages, I came back lighter, freer, more on purpose, and ready to deliver my true purpose to you guys. And I would say that go on vacation anytime. You might be like, oh, Marty, I don't have time to go on a cruise. Well, just take a short 5-minute vacation, 10-minute vacation, and go do something for your health right now. Because, sometimes the weight loss itself might come from the brain and the things that's taking up space in your life that you need to delete. And, I've learned that whenever you do that, normally the body follows. So, I got so much to talk to you guys about, and I do have to tell you something. Like, there's this patch right here, and I will more than likely offend you at some point, and there's a story behind this, but you're going to have to wait till another time. So I'd like to invite you to join the wait list, because my wife Amanda and I, who also lost weight over the trip, and I mentioned I lost 100 pounds. Have I ever told you guys that she's lost up to 270 pounds and completely changed her life? And we've both gone through all this stuff, and we want to open it up to you guys and truly help people lose weight, get the body they want, and create the life of their dreams. So if that's you, jump on the wait list, and I'll see you there.